Okay, welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Goings On. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas, and today we are doing another video in the Ninja Foodi. We are going to be doing another dessert. Seems like we've been on the dessert kick with the Ninja Foodi lately, but they've all been pretty delicious, so hopefully we'll keep the trend going. Today we're going to be doing berry upside down cake in the Ninja Foodi. So what we are going to do is, as usual, we're going to go through all of the ingredients, and you can see there is a bunch here. And then we will go through the steps one by one, and there is a number of those too. There is 11 total steps for this recipe. So let's go ahead and get into the ingredients. We have 12 ounces of frozen cherries, 12 ounces of frozen blueberries. We have half cup of butter divided. Then we have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1 cup and 3 tablespoons of regular sugar, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, 3 large eggs, and 1 cup of sour cream. Now, there are also a few extras that you can get for toppings. I have a couple of them, but they are staying cold right now. The 4 toppings they recommend are creme fraiche, whipped cream, mascarpone, or vanilla ice cream. So I actually have ice cream in the freezer, and I have mascarpone in the refrigerator. So we'll see at the end. So we went through all of the ingredients one by one. We'll go ahead and get them moved for right now, and then get these steps done one by one. Okay, so we got the Ninja Foodi up here on the counter. Time to start going through these steps. So step number 1 says place frozen fruit, 3 tablespoons of butter, lemon juice, cornstarch, and 3 tablespoons of sugar in the pot and stir to combine. So let's get the fruit. All right, so we have all of the ingredients that it says to place in here. So we're going to place the frozen cherries in there. We're going to place the frozen blueberries in there. We're going to place 3 tablespoons of butter, the lemon juice, the cornstarch, and 3 tablespoons of sugar. And that is all in there, and it says stir to combine. Okay, so I did go ahead and stir to combine. The next part of that step says assemble the pressure lid, making sure the pressure release valve is in the seal position. And then we're going to select pressure, and we're going to leave it on high, and then we're going to set the time for 5 minutes, and then we're going to select start stop. And then it says when pressure cooking is complete, allow pressure to naturally release for 5 minutes, and then after 5 minutes, quick release remaining pressure by moving the pressure release valve to the vent position, and then carefully remove the lid. So I will see y'all in a little while when it's time for me to remove that lid. Okay, so I did go ahead and remove the pressure lid. So the next step on here says select sear saute, and then set the temperature to medium high, and allow the liquid to simmer. Hit start stop, and allow the liquid to simmer for 4 minutes until it begins to thicken and look syrupy. So we're going to let it go for about 10 minutes, and I'll see y'all in a few. Okay, so it has been about 10 minutes. The syrup and stuff in here. The syrup and fruit is looking soupy and thick. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And then the next step says, remove the pot from the unit and place on a heat-resistant surface and let cool for 15 minutes. Let me do that. Okay, that is done. So the next step after that says, meanwhile, place all, let me grab a mixing bowl. Place the flour, remaining sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and salt into a mixing bowl and whisk to incorporate. Where did I put my whisk? Oh. The next step says, melt the remaining 5 tablespoons of butter in a separate mixing bowl and then whisk in the eggs and sour cream. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, the butter is melted in here. So let's go ahead and get that sour cream in there and then get those eggs whisked in. So that is all whisked together. Now it says, slowly add the flour mixture to the egg mixture and then beat until the batter is thick and smooth. So let's go ahead and get that flour mixture back. And I think we're actually going to have to add it the other way because that bowl is bigger. Okay. I got that batter smooth pretty fast, surprisingly. All right, so next it says, gently dollop and smooth the batter evenly over the top of the cooled berry mixture. I think it still might be hot, so let's see. Okay, so we got the pot back in here with the berries and they have finally cooled down. So now the next step is to gently dollop and smooth batter evenly over the top of the cooled berry mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll be right back with you. You can go ahead and let him in. Action. Okay, so multiple things have happened now. My memory card got full. I had to change that out. Right after I changed that out, my battery died. So I have already put the batter mix on top of the berries. And now we are moving to the next step. It says close the crisping lid. Turn it on. Select Air Crisp. Set the temperature to 325. And set time to 40 minutes. And select Start Stop to begin. That is going now, and it says when cooking is complete, remove pot from unit and place on a heat-resistant surface. Let cool for 15 to 20 minutes before serving with the topping of your choice. So we will see y'all in about an hour. Okay, so the berry upside down cake is finally done and flipped over. Here is what it looks like after it has cooled down and all of the fruit is stuck to the top/bottom of this cake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut a little tiny piece off because I'm taking this to a friend's giving party. I'll get that taste test in, then take the rest over there so they can taste test it and eat it. So let me get a spoon. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Ching.
Yep. That's good.
That was good.
Yeah, it's nice and moist.
Do you use canned fruits or fresh fruits?
Frozen.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It called for frozen cherries and frozen blueberries.
The cake itself is just It's not dry. It's
Yeah.
super fluffy and really good.
This was delicious. This was definitely delicious cake.
Mm-hmm.
Nick likes it.
It's great.
I like it. And hopefully everybody else likes it. And with that being said, this was Berry Upside Down Cake in the Ninja Foodi. And my name is Kenny, a.k.a. Black Atlas.
Black Atlas!
Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. And that helps out the channel immensely and doesn't cost you anything. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. And I will catch y'all on the flip side.